Still feeling the effects of a difficult planting season. The Storm Team's Brady Harp spoke with a farmer today about how the local industry is doing, and he continues our live coverage for you now on this issue with what needs to be done to get through the rest of this growing season.
Farmers say some of their crops are growing across the region, but they say most of their crops will not be salvageable after excessive rain earlier this spring.
Area farmers say they finally have most of their crops planted after weeks of excessive rain during the planting season. However, many of the crops they managed to get in the ground were not planted in good conditions.
Started off, had a real small, short planting window at the very beginning of the season, and then things just got bad. They got bad fast, and they stayed that way.
The typical harvest time is still a few weeks away, but Ludwig says it'll be even longer for those crops planted late. Farmers say growing conditions right now are good, but will it be enough after an excessively rainy planting season?
The soil was just so saturated that stuff just wasn't growing very well at all when we first got it planted. And now we have had a little bit of dry weather plus the rainfall, so the last few weeks have been really ideal growing conditions.
Ludwig says this year may have brought the worst conditions since he started farming.
This is going to go down as one of the worst on record, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of farmers going to remember this for a very long time. It was just extremely stressful getting the crops in and continues to be.
Farmers say they usually like to harvest by late September and early October. They say obviously the late planted crops will have to be harvested later. And right now they're working to maintain the crops they did get planted out in the fields. Live here in Vigo County, I'm Brady Harp, Storm Team 10.